So, hello. I hope everybody's having a great day. What's going on? What's going on? So, I've been getting a lot of requests for more detail on the charts and on the commentary that is posted on Twitter and on the blog. Um, as you know, I try and get some as much as I can out on Twitter, and I do the blog posts very early in the morning, pre-London, just trying to get something out. But I understand that people want a little bit more guidance or a little bit more detail on what we're actually posting. I also understand that some people need to have or prefer to have some more digestible content. As opposed to the daily webinars we run, not everybody can actually really make the commitment to sit through 1 hour full session every day, or as a lot of people do is watch it at the end of the day if they're doing something else as kind of like a night school. But it's a lot to digest. It's a lot of content. So what we've decided to do is to try and test out a service to see if we can cater for all these requests, right? And of course also use it to just step up our giving back efforts. Now, as far as I see it now, the service is going to focus on digestible video updates. So if you like the format of what we put out in the YouTube videos, right, the weekly update, that's not going to change. That's always going to be there. But that kind of format, 5 to maximum 15-minute videos. I mean, nothing is off the table, so all asset classes can be covered. Everything's game. But the focus will really be on just trying to highlight key market dynamics, understanding what the context is, and of course seeing if we can generate some trade ideas along with our management while we're at it, of course, because that's what we're here for. So again, current thinking is at launch, the driver is really not going to be on quantity. It's more about quality and timely content. So it's not just going to be issuing videos on an updated schedule, fixed schedule, because if there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. But it's important to understand what's going on in the market. So the working ideas to start with, again, depending on market context, anything between, 2 to 3 videos per week. But again, this could change depending on what the market is doing and subscriber interaction. I think what is also interesting, what I want to do is I want to try and give subscribers a chance to have their questions answered. So maybe depending on what we have going on at that time, we will use subscriber email. So subscribers are going to be encouraged to write in and, hey, what's going on here? What's going on there? So if a lot of people are asking for the same chart or the same discussion, we'll tackle that. And if some people come in with, if some people come in with interesting trade questions or trade management questions, then we could do specific videos highlighting some of those. So again, there's a lot of ways we can take this, but there's a lot of stuff we can do. It'll depend on the take up and what kind of subscriber interaction we can have. Now, the thinking is, so subscriptions will be on a quarterly basis. That's just basically to reduce the admin burden, and pricing will be kept super accessible to all. It's just basically done to step up our giving back efforts. And the aim is to really try and just grow the service and with the subscriber base and see where we can take it. I mean, people who have participated in the past to the foundational webinar series or the daily webinars know that we like to under-promise and over-deliver. I think the guys who started in the weekly webinars, we started with 1 webinar a week. Now we're at 5, right? The foundational webinar series, the guys who signed up, we're scheduled to do 4 or 5 of them. We ended up doing 10, and we still do special sessions. So again, there'll be plenty of things we can do. But again, the idea is really revolving around not just highlighting market dynamics and context, but really to focus on understanding what is happening and idea generation. I mean, basically, the point is to try and leverage the fact that we look at the markets pretty much 24/5, if not over the weekend, right, all the time. So basically, we're crunching a lot of stuff, going through a lot of things so that you don't have to. So distilling highlighting, presenting, cross-market action. And hopefully this is just going to be food for thought, whether it's for trade management, whether it's for idea generation, or whether it's just thoughts about the business and how to tackle things. So the way we're going to deliver the content is still to be determined. It really depends on how much interest we get, but so suggestions are welcome. Basically, it's going to be through some kind of a video hosting platform, most likely something like Vimeo or YouTube. Looking at other options now, but if anybody has any super ideas, don't hesitate to use the contact form on the blog or email in and let me know. But again, I think it's an interesting idea. We'll see how far we can take it. Anybody who wants to email in again or use the contact form with suggestions on what we can do, questions or comments, don't hesitate to do that. But as always, we will take it as far as we can, right? We'll take it as far as we can, and I think it's going to be interesting if we get a good group of people, right? The better the group of people, the more interesting things we can tackle. Of course, we can't look at everything, so sometimes depending on what kind of strategies or things people are looking at, they can write in and spark ideas for new videos, for new discussions. So that's going to be key. So just as a reminder, quick reminder, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm not even going to post it on Twitter. It's just for the YouTube subscribers and the blog subscribers to start. Then we'll launch it out. But it's very different to the foundational webinar series or the daily webinars, right? The foundational is a recorded set of webinars where we really lay out the basics to give you a realistic expectation of what it means to trade for a living, to give you basic structure around your trading, basic idea on idea generation, tracking process, trade management, scaling up, etc., etc. So it's a static way of learning. There's 11 hours or 10 plus hours of content that you can digest at your own leisure. The daily webinars, that's just pretty much a live 1 hour call every morning into New York Open. So we're looking at the charts where we got a small group of people. Pricing is not super affordable. I mean, it's a steal if you think of what you get, but still, it's not for everybody. But the point is to have a small group of people where we review all the charts live. There's no way to internalize context and trading dynamics that is as good as doing it live. Everybody's a genius in hindsight. So we look at stuff live. We look at things before they happen, not after they happen. And we structure trades. We take trades. We talk about our book, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a completely different kind of service. So these video updates, this quarterly services probably start in the next couple of weeks or so. And what I would suggest, if you're interested in taking part of what I would call the core, the initial group, the founders group, or whatever you want to call it, just use the contact form on the website or send me an email and saying that you want to be part of the group at pre-launch or pre-launch. And I'll send you out some details. Basically, this is really limited to current or past students, 50 Scouts members, and just subscribers. So, and then we'll roll it out to everybody else. But I think I think we can make something pretty cool. And then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. As usual, anybody who signs up at any rate always gets grandfathered in at that rate, as long as they keep their subscription active or as long as we keep on offering the service. And as far as what else did I want to say? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. My plan is really to just launch it with a core group of people, give that core group of people a chance to also influence or shape the content or what we're going to do. Make sure that whatever video hosting platform we're using, it's working, everything's running finely and smoothly, and then we'll launch it out. So again, short update just for the diehard followers. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're interested. I'll let you know how to take it forwards, and look forward to having you on board. I know I have a feeling the usual suspects are going to be on board, so looking forward to that. And again, you'll hear more about it if you get in touch and email, and then we'll launch on the blog in a couple of months' time. But that'll be at a different rate, different dynamics, and maybe you won't have that much chance of shaping what we do or the content. Thank you for your time as always. Let's see what happens. Have an awesome one. Take care. Bye-bye, guys.